Morning folks, this is a good morning as well, but quick introduction, episode 4, Escape to the Sun. Estrella wasn't successful, Serra de Estrella that is, wasn't successful because of the weather again. Had enough by now, so go for it, head east, escape to the sun and out through Spain. And this is the first day of travelling through Spain. Interesting journey, spectacular journey in places. See what you think. Okay, alright, sadly it's over half an hour again, but I'm working to try and get things down to below half an hour because it's how it ought to be. But yeah, see what you think anyway, and give us the usual if you could, thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. See what you think anyway. Bye. Well, good morning. I've had my enforced rest day by the weather, so now we're leaving Guarda. First job, get some fuel, but I couldn't leave without at least taking a run down through these amazing little narrow streets. When the mist lifted and the rain stopped yesterday afternoon, it was a completely different place. So picturesque. And as I said when we arrived, this is obviously the original town or city. The locals refer to it as the city of Guarda. Oh wow. Whoever thought we're looking at buildings reflecting the sun? Brilliant. First, I've got a funny feeling the visibility might not be too good as yet up on Serra de Estrella. It's the highest point in mainland Portugal. Does look as if this might be open. Yeah, the signs of life. Right, I'll switch off and I'll see you when we get closer to the Serra. Well, this is a great disappointment to me. I've been looking forward to coming down to the Serra de Estrella for literally months now, but no, this is not what the forecast said, but this is what the lady in the tourist information said was likely to be the case. The Serra makes its own weather. So there's a nice few miles coming up here, but we haven't even started to get high yet. So no, I'm not going to get soaked again. So you can see the brighter weather in the distance. Yeah, well, that's where we're going. I won't say I'm chickening out because I don't think I am. I'm just using a bit of common sense. Lovely roads up to here, but I know there's one of my stairways to heaven up there to the right, but if you can't see anything, what's the point? Save it for another year. They were telling me the best time to come down here is actually in spring, and there's still a bit of snow on the hills and the roads are open and all the facilities are open. So the highest point in Portugal is going to have to wait. Yeah, when it started getting misty, That's what started making me think, and then the rain started and I thought no. Oh, look at those brighter skies in the distance. But it's just a lovely area, you know, lovely road to ride. But I know there's lovely roads to ride where we're aiming for now. It's going to take me, I don't know, 2, possibly 3 days to ride across, taking it gently across to Almeria, across to Mojaca. I should be using my tent for the odd stopovers on the way across. I ought to really, because I brought it all the way down here with me, and I don't intend taking it back without having used it. Listen, if I can camp for one night in February at the Dragon Rally, I can do the occasional night on the warm Sierras of Spain. Because that's the other thing, as we head further east, the ambient temperature is higher. And this weather's coming, really speaking, we think it's coming straight off the Atlantic with nothing in the way. Lovely views though. Lower down, it's just everything else is hidden by the cloud. It's not mist, it's cloud. I've got to come back anyway, because I've got to come back with a more positive mindset regarding the ACT, the Adventure Country Tracks, which I've only just seen the edge of. I think I might have ridden a short section of the cobbled and tarmac section of it, but I don't know to be certain. Although one of the reasons I wasn't too desperate to get into it once we got down here was because I'm beginning to wonder if it makes any sense for me as a 72-year-old to be taking on something a little bit more adventurous on my Todd. I don't know. Frustrated, but it's nice to know that that's what we're aiming for out in front of us. And the other thing is perseverance with Estrada could well have ended up with me drowning my camera. No, we've got a drying line on the roads as well, so let's just make the most of it. Righty-ho, I'll switch off, and as we come towards the edge of Guarda in front of us, I'll switch off and I'll rejoin you a little bit further east. Welcome back. Well, I'm on my way across to Plasencia. I've put together a rough a rough sort of route across. But I've just come down the road. This place looks really nice. I'm not even sure what it's called. Ciudad Rodrigo. I just want to have a little look around, really. I've got time now. I'm trying to rescue something from the day, I suppose, really. But it looks like a walled Ciudad Rodrigo. Definitely a walled town. I'll try and find my way into the middle of it. Let's go and have a look up here, shall we? It says Centro Urbano. That to me says town centre. These are the town walls, obviously. That's stating the obvious. Oh, you just come across these places purely by accident, and the way I look at it, if you don't take advantage of these so-called accidents, then you're missing out on an awful lot of history. We'll find somewhere to park and just have a sit down. I think that'll do. I'll go and take a few photographs. See you later. Well, I've stopped in worse places. This was just an unexpected stop. I thought from a distance it looked as if it was going to be a bit special, but it is absolutely tremendous. Look at the cannon. That's got to be the town hall. Oh, Plaza Mayor. Absolutely tremendous. You wouldn't be able to find these places if you were looking for somewhere to visit. Sometimes things just happen. Okay, I've not managed to say Estrella, but goodness me, this is not bad. It is a right of way. There's a car following through, so yeah. The town walls. Ciudad Rodrigo. What an absolutely tremendous place. Well, there you go. We're up to 20 degrees. Can only be good news. Just abandon your car wherever. Right, I'm going to switch off for a few miles because I'm fairly sure we got some interesting surroundings coming up, so we'll save the memory card for then. See you in a bit. And we're back. Now, while I was having my coffee con leche back there, I was poring over the map, and I saw this little area on the way across, a little bit off route admittedly, but the Sierra La Francia. And you know what I'm like with my Sierras. It's got to be worth a look. It looked a nice area, a nice nature reserve, so let's see what we come across. I'm aiming for La Alberca, which seems to be the biggest village or town in the Sierra. So we'll have a look. It's looking nice up to now, but a bit more forestry than we're used to, but the sun's shining. I won't say all's well with the world, because it isn't really, is it? But you know what I mean. All's well with my little world anyway. Oh, it's looking nice, this is. Bit of traffic on it though, but Sunday, everybody's gone for a drive out in the country. Having been to Mass, of course, first, and that's the river we just crossed that gives the place its name, the Rio Francia. One would imagine so anyway. Well, it looks like La Alberca might be an interesting place to stop for lunch. Trouble is, everybody else is going to be stopping there for lunch, aren't they? Well, it's their country. La Alberca. We've arrived. Let's see where we can park, shall we? I think I need to turn left to get into the town itself. Yes, it's a popular place for the locals. I'm sure I'll be able to squeeze Blizzard in somewhere. Supermercado. If if it avoids me having to put pressure on this left leg, I'll pay. Right, I'm going to go into town, get myself a glass of freshly squeezed orange or something like that. And see if I can't get a bit of tapas or something. See you later. So this is La Alberca. Different to the last town. Different in a nice way. More quaint, more history. Brilliant. Well, that's the village done and dusted. Queso bocadilla for lunch. You pillock. Hey? So, I found this little wriggly white road on the map, so we're going to have a look at it. It goes the right direction. One or two bendy bits. We're sort of heading across towards Toledo. That being the case, I'll probably be camping before then. Having said, I don't know. We've got the Sierra de Gredos yet to come. We'll have a closer look then. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy Sierra de Francia and what it has to offer. This is beautiful riding. I must admit, with it being a little white road, I thought it might be narrower than this, but this is okay. This is okay. This is more like it. Very much more like it. Yes. Not the most mountainous of Sierras, but it's nice. It's nice to connect them together on the way across. We've got this one, which is Sierra de Francia, and then a bit further along, a good few miles further along, hopefully today, will be Ciudad de Gredos. And then we'll have to start looking for somewhere to put the tent up. Some nice old places here. What a lovely view across the rooftops. Oh, yes. And then as we leave Montgarath, we've got some more bendy bits. Village on the far side of the valley. It's a superb situation through the trees over there. So nice to be on roads that I've never ridden before. You get a true sense of exploration, really. This is where I appreciate being completely alone, completely on my own. I can stop where I want to stop. I can detour where I want to detour, and it suits me. Doesn't suit everybody, I know it doesn't, but this suits me. For the moment anyway. Hilltop village over there. Don't think we'll be going through that, but looks nice. There's a river Francia again. Must meander all over the place. Looks very much like we're coming out of the Sierra now, so views are still good down below us, but really the views are good all the way across, and I really can't film everything, you know, much as I'd like to. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to pull over and switch the camera off and conserve my well, now switched on again because we're sort of coming around the north, around to the north of Sierra de Gredos, which is this range of hills to the right. For the last hour or so it's not looked all that inviting because it's been, well, it started raining at one point, but we're dropping out of it again now. It's just an update really as to how we're going. We're sort of coming across towards the eastern end of Ciudad de Gredos, and you can see how it flattens out in front of us. It got a bit cold at one point, and I didn't really fancy it. But having said that, the campsites I've come past are deserted. Nothing happening. I think it's. I think what it is this. It's this in between time between the summer season and the winter season, because there's winter sports in the Ciudad de Gredos. These sierras, these inland sierras, do get quite a bit of snow on them, from what I can gather. So, but I mean, this, to switch on for this little stretch of road in front of us, well, little stretch, however long it goes for, it's a beautiful riding road, it really is, and the tarmac's in good condition. I really can't fault it. It's far better coming across these roads than jumping on the motorways. But having said that, at some point I know that I'm going to have to leapfrog a little bit with motor. It's too white. Oh, they're probably storage for feed or what have you. I can see the next town in front of us now. That's St Martin. Yeah. So you never know, there might be something there for me in the way of accommodation. We'll see. It's nice though. St Martin del Pimpola. Let's go and have a look what the village is like, shall we? What are we on? We're 24 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. Bearing in mind the amount of distance I've got to cover to get across to Almeria. I'm going to have to really have to make best use of riding time, to be honest. Nice to have a proper look at these villages. I know I've said that before, but it's quite true. Oh, look at this beautiful bridge. Do you know, I think that might be a photograph. Let's have a look at the other side. Oh, it's a Ford. It's a Ford. Phew. Gotta go to Ford, haven't we? Photo. Well, photograph taken. Sun came out. I think we'll go down this way. Nice. Very nice. But time to make some plans for the next couple of hours. Need to make my mind up which way to head. San Martin del Pimpola. We've been heading a little bit too far northeast to be ideal, so I need to be looking to go heading south a little bit. There's a road coming up that's heading directly south, so I think what I'll do is I'll head directly south and maybe 20-30 miles, and then pick up my easterly direction again. But this is it is absolutely beautiful. Again, it's the riding is sublime. Such a beautiful stretch of road. When it's like this, I just don't want to stop riding. It just keeps coming. Keep going for it, you know. Just so enjoyable. So here we are. This is where I'm going to leave you for now, and we'll see where we get to. Well, we haven't stopped yet. Still on the way. You'll rejoin me at the Puerto del Pico, about 1,300 metres above sea level. It's not the highest of passes, admittedly, but just look at the view down below us. It's impressive, and it's another impressive stretch of road. So we'll have a run down there, and this time when I get down to the town below, I'm going to switch off and call it a day for this one. I haven't found accommodation yet, but I will do. Flipping hope so. But every stretch of road on this trip, particularly this stretch today, every stretch of road is just nicely different. Nicely different. Heading directly south now, heading for the Mediterranean. Be a while before we get there, that's a certain fact, but they can keep throwing these stretches of road at me, I can tell you. I just love them. Oh goodness me. Very, very alpine. Very alpine. As we lose height, we gain temperature up to 20 degrees now. That's good. A good camping temperature if I could just find a flipping campsite that's open. So Arenas de San Pedro is the first town we come to. Then Talavera beyond. We stay on board until Talavera. Should be there, just turned 6 o'clock. Either way, that'll do for now. Anyway, that'll do for this one. I will call it a day for this one. In readiness for tomorrow, I suppose. So I hope you enjoyed watching it, because I certainly enjoyed riding it. I've only covered a short stretches of what we've done today, but quite a bit of mileage. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.